Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 10th episode of Steins Gate Zero. And last episode, Kyoma is a busy man trying to get things figured out, trying to keep people safe that could be in danger, all that kind of stuff. Also happened, I think we had a bit of a confrontation with Suzuha on the roof, so that was pretty heated. And just felt like we got a lot last episode, honestly. But yeah, we are making progress towards getting things figured out, that's for sure. There's just a lot of things going on, in this story. It's a little bit hard to recap it all, so let's just go forward and see how things go. So 3, 2, 1, and we're looking at books. Always excited. Are we in Maho's room? I know we ended off looking at the laptop. I wonder if we'll expand on that soon. There's a laptop. Risu. Who does it? I see. Yeah, I never heard of it either. Strictly speaking. Sure, you say so. I mean, it's not an incorrect statement, if that's what you mean. You can't do much of anything if that just happens to be one of those things. So, thanks for reminding me. Keeping it safe in there? I did too. Radio building. I mean, we could have assumed as much, in regards to her feelings towards Kurisu. But hearing her say it does hurt that she had to be separated from Kurisu. Especially because we as the audience never really got to see them interact much before that. We just get, like, the flashbacks and stuff. But it's just sad. Because they looked like they had a pretty great dynamic going on. Like, I would love to get more of that. But when you do it in the form of flashbacks, it's just sad, because, she's not here anymore. And now Maho has to keep going without her, So... Become a light and give birth to Zero. I feel like that line has a lot of meaning. Tokyo Denki University. Fundraising, huh? That's why there's cans. Yeah, well, if every one of my subscribers donated $1 a day, I would have a better recording setup. I don't know where I was going with that. Sure. That's what I figured. Look, I haven't seen him in a while. It's always a treat listening to his unique Japanese. So, I guess we've improved this. Yeah, I mean, things are complicated. Wow, are we jealous here? Well, when you phrase it like that, how can you argue? Don't clap at me. Phrasing. Although I would like to see that. That was a hard title to read. Is the garbage situation getting worse? Jesus. This is a problem. How do you even do? We need to hire a maid for this place. So yeah, she's here too. I did notice that. Didn't really want to comment on it. Sure. Yeah, isn't that great? What are your thoughts on this, Kyoma? Okay. I mean, why not? Yeah, totally. Well, we brought you here to clean. Is my ODR made? That person? Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. That's not what I thought she meant, but okay. That works. I guess she's Sergeant Clean. Really did not expect this. Jeez. Tell us how you really feel. I guess we're learning all sorts of things about Nai today. I mean, it's adorable, but... When did you show up, Dadu? I mean, who do you think? This is great. uh, yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. When did it get so crowded in this room? Oh, really? Like mother-in-law, just look at all this dust. That was an amazing scene. But let's focus on the plot now. You definitely did not watch the first season then. Yeah. Yeah, try to keep up, Kyoma. Doing some latte art. Like a vortex. Uh, Bit of a tragic story. Okay. Oh, hello. Hello, Krisu. Nice to see you. Yeah. Retrieving from the locker is about as far as I got on that. What, because they cleaned the freaking room? Don't mess it up again. Yeah, I'm sure that tuckered her out real good. Sergeant Clean had a long day. Yeah, I think it's best Mayuri carries her. I think you should go take a cold shower, Daru. Oh, hey, there they are. Oh, nice to see you too. She just hides the bags after he comments on them. That doesn't include me, right? I can still watch? Can I just plop on the bed? That sounds wonderful. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. I what? I could have gave me some warning on that. I didn't even have a chance to hit my screenshot button. Gonna have to go back to that later. Wow. Just wow. I I I oh jeez. Yeah, I mean they are quite something. This episode definitely took a turn. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet. Well then. Oh jeez. Moeka. Moeka. You're making it very hard to stay mad at you right now. How much more? Okay, we're about halfway through. I'm sorry, Maho. I'm really not paying that much attention right now. I'm still just kind of thinking about something else. Well then, someone knows how to get a good night's sleep. Okay, I think I've recovered now. I can focus. Yeah, computer parts. I guess that's what gets her excited. I wonder if they have an RTX 3070 here. Yeah, I mean, it makes sort of sense, I guess, you know, science girl. Gotta be careful with that. uh, yeah, blame on both sides. Yeah, more importantly, buying stuff. Yeah, Kurisu, I know. I'm pretty sure I know what's going on in her head. She already kind of ships this, right? So, oh, what? Maybe you should ask Kurisu about that if you don't know what that is. I bet. Yeah, I don't know what that is. uh, Pretty much, yeah. I mean, you grab something, you put it over the hole, and you hope it goes inside. But yeah, it's easier said than done. That's what they do. Loosen it up and get in that hole. I'm sorry. I had to say it at least once. Yeah, seriously, Kurisu on that phone looks so much like a live 2D model. You know, like ritual YouTuber kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, don't just keep pumping money into that machine. Just take it. I like how the stuffed animals are blushing. Oh. Oh. I'm sure it's fine. That sounded like a desperate attempt to change the subject, Maho. Were you thinking, feeling things there? Sure, that was great. Be careful when crossing the street, please. Don't stop in the middle of the road. Okay, they did not get hit. I was a little bit worried about that. Yeah, we're familiar with this place. Trust me, we really are. Wonder if anything's gonna go wrong in here. Like if we'll be attacked or something. The episode is getting pretty close to the end. So we haven't had too much in the way of conflict just yet. So I am getting a little bit worried. So who wants to open the door? Neither do I. That is a very interesting way to look at it. But, I mean, we have done chime shifting before, so... Maho hasn't. Oh. Let's not touch that door again. This is not a place of happy memories for anyone. it is really hard to explain the depths of their relationship. But she knows there's a lot to it. What are you gonna say? Because he does know things about her that even Maho didn't know. Okay, we're not gonna push it too much. Because I don't really know what kind of good answer Kyuma can give her. Death, mostly. But Dakara. What? Have... You mean the laptop? What do you mean, legacy? Okay, she's talking about the laptop. Okay. So... yeah, that... the enemy probably wants that. That's very concerning, actually, now that I think about it. That... yeah, it all kind of makes sense now. I wonder if Kyuma could figure out the password. I guess it kind of is. I mean, things aren't exactly going great now anyway. Yeah, so maybe you destroyed the laptop? Is that what Kyuma's thinking? Yeah, he just threw a lot on her right now, didn't he? Yeah, she doesn't know all this stuff that he's worried about happening. But yeah, I mean, that laptop would be invaluable to, you know, people that are after that Chris data, after the time machine stuff. So yeah, maybe we should really be careful with what we do with that laptop. She probably should have mentioned she had that a while ago. Because it sure would make it easier for Kyuma to help if he, you know, knew everything. Because, yeah, they are not going to stop trying to get that laptop if they know about it. I still quite like that panning up shot of that Kurisu. And is that it? Yep, that's it. Okay. Okay. That was the 10th episode of Steins Gate 0. And yeah, this certainly was an episode. So, we started off having some Maho and Kurisu flashbacks, and, you know, although they do kind of make me sad, because, you know, it reminds me that Kurisu is no longer in Maho's life, I do still enjoy getting the flashbacks. Gives us, you know, new perspective on Kurisu and the relationship that she did have with Maho. And in this episode especially, Maho made it pretty clear just how much she cared for Kurisu, right? So, yeah, I mean, yeah, the relationship they each have with Kurisu really is a pretty good bonding point for Maho and Kyuma, I would say. So, and they did essentially kind of go on a date this episode, right? So, yeah, their relationship is also building quite nicely. I do think that connection they built up with Krisu has helped that along quite a bit. So, and yeah, the Amadeus, we got the Krisu, that Amadeus version of Krisu, because that's all up and running now, which is good, for sure. So, yeah, that's good. And then we go over to Maho's place, right? And Moeka's there. When did Moeka show up? I don't know, but apparently she's here helping, right? And the room's a mess. I mean, we knew the room would be a mess. Because, yeah, Maho, that's how she rolls, you know? She's part of the Messy Room faction, right? So, and apparently, this was one of the sillier scenes of the episode, apparently we decided to bring Mayuri because Mayuri would bring Naya, and Naya is apparently Sergeant Clean, right? So let's go to that scene on my end real quick. I think it was about here. Yeah, if Mayushi comes over, she'll think to bring that person along. Obviously being vague about what she's talking about. But since we didn't actually see anyone else come besides Kyoma and Mayuri, I don't think. I wasn't sure what she meant. Like, I thought. And then she said Sergeant Clean, and that was obviously a funny thing, but I just thought that she was talking about that being like a second persona of herself, right? And she was going to go into Sergeant Clean mode. That's what I thought she meant at first. But that was not what she meant. We then show somebody else who just happens to be here. You know, Naya, who is the real Sergeant Clean. And this was just a really, really fun scene. Like, yeah, she pretty much like a completely different person. She's like, I think, standing on top of something to be taller than everyone else, and she arms crossed, like she's seriously trying to be like a drill sergeant kind of person, you know, giving orders and stuff. That was just a really funny, adorable thing, right? So, especially when she was going off on him like the lowest life form on Earth and all that stuff. That was just great. I loved all of that quite a bit. And Daru showed up too at some point. I don't know when exactly, but he obviously enjoyed this quite a bit in his way, right? So, yeah, especially like her just, yeah, going drill sergeant mode on, you know, Daru. Just, that was probably the best part of it, right? Just the look on her face. She's like trying as hard as she can to look intimidating, and it almost kind of works, but yeah, this was just great. I don't know how much I really had to say on it, but the whole thing was great. So, you know, that was the thing. Then we talked about certain stuff for a little bit, right? You know, Mozart and all that stuff, which was kind of talked about a little bit in the flashback as well. So that's obviously going to have some significance going forward. And, you know, also the laptop, that was a thing. So what did that one message say that I didn't get it to read all of? Subject, yeah, regarding laptop. Retrieving from locker tonight. We'll contact again once analysis is complete, right? So, yeah, we should really be careful what we do with that laptop. And then, yeah, Sergeant Clean tuckered herself out. So, just, yeah, that whole thing was great. And then we have, like, yeah, we have Moeka and Ferris show up. You know, Ferris being her usual cute cat girl self, you know. I always appreciate her stuff. And then we had this, like, sudden declaration from Ferris about how no boys allowed, so we were doing, like, I guess some sort of sleepover kind of thing, you know, right? You know, what did she call it again? Yeah, we see her just, like, kind of flop on the bed. The camera perspective was from the bed, so we get to see her just kind of, like, fall on top of our face. So thank you for that. Yeah, she called it the all-night Cinderella Girl Secret Party. That is a name, right? So at this point, I'm just thinking, yeah, Ferris is pretty cute. You know, she's wearing her pajamas, she's laying on the bed. It's a nice little visual, right? You know, so she says something about slipping secrets, and she winks, you know. At that point, yeah, I'm just thinking how cute Ferris is. And then the camera focuses on something else, right? We just, I mean, we see Maho, right? She's got her cute panda pajama thing, right? And I did appreciate that. But more importantly, we had Moeka over here and her just like full-on nighty pantsu kind of thing she's got going on here, of obviously a sexy red color, and that got my attention. I don't think saying it that way does it justice though. Like, we got a lot of good shots of Moeka wearing this too. Like it's just not fair. I'm supposed to hate this character, and then they do this. Come on, where's the next shot of Moeka in the scene? Okay, yeah, they're all in the bed together now. She's still wearing that. She's got her hand like in between her legs, and she obviously just like fills it out quite abundantly. And then we have Ferris, you know, going for a quick grab, you know, because she obviously is also excited about the outfit as well, presumably. So she's making sure to be a part of that. And then you just have one of those straps kind of falling off. Just my God, that outfit, I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. If this wasn't a reaction video, I would have paused it right there and taken care of some things. So that was some powerful stuff. That's all I'm saying. And then, you know, she also was used as a Dakimakura later that night. So, yeah, there was a lot of Moeka focus in that scene, you could say. Right? So, and then we got to go on a date with Maho, you know. Akihabara showing her cool things that she likes. So, some good bonding with her, which I appreciate. And Kurisu came along as well, kind of a third wheel on this date, just kind of watching, right? Playing the crane game, you know, Kurisu's ad channel stuff being revealed. Because, you know, again, Kyoma knows stuff about her that even Maho doesn't know, and that kind of came up later when she finally confronted him about it. But he didn't actually tell her anything, but it was made pretty clear to her that he doesn't want to talk about this, and she does respect that, which is good, right? But you can definitely tell that Maho is starting to really bond with Kyoma, like start to like him a lot. And you can also tell that she's fighting it a little bit, fighting those feelings a little bit. So we'll see what ends up going with that, right? We go to the radio tower, and yeah, this is not a pleasant place. There's no good memories here, right? So I don't really have too much to say on this section, really, but it was rough. It was rough. And this is where she reveals to Kyoma that she does have this super duper important laptop with Kurisu information and time travel theories and whatnot. So, you know, the whole America-Russia fight race World War III thing, like, the laptop could play a pretty important role in that, so, you know, we really should be careful with what happens with that thing, right? Because, I mean, bad things could happen with that, right? So, wonder what we'll end up doing with it. Like, Kyoma, I imagine, would want to just have it destroyed, right? Because he's kind of done with this time travel stuff, right? So, yeah. We'll see what comes of that. But he just, like, threw a lot of that information at Maho, even bringing up World War III. So she just has this really panicked look on her face, like, what? World War III? This is a sudden thing? Like, I didn't know. I didn't know the laptop would cause that. Like, what? So I can imagine a decent amount of confusion with Maho there, for sure. Because I don't think she knows too much about any of that stuff, really. Because, you know, Kyoma hasn't talked to her about much about the time travel stuff. But yeah, from Kyoma's perspective, he knows that a lot of bad things could happen if that gets in the wrong hands. So yeah, that was the episode. That was the episode. I just can't believe Moeka wore that. Like, that's just cheating. That's just cheating. That really was my, like, the thing that it's like in the front of my mind in regard to the episode was that. I can't help it. Like, that image just keeps popping in my head. I can't be blamed for that. I don't think. So anyway, really, that's all I got to say on the episode. So yeah, I'm just gonna hand it off here. Hopefully nothing too bad happens in regards to that laptop. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.